Thank you for volunteering to work at the Eco Experience at the 2017 Minnesota State Fair. This WebEx training is for those volunteers who are not MPCA employees, but helping us in various areas like the home energy area, solar, eco action, windustry, healthy local foods, et cetera, et cetera, et cetera. And we're really happy to have you helping us at the fair, and we hope that this training will just help you be prepared to have a really good day at the fair. A couple days before you're scheduled to work at the fair, please go to the State Fair website, www.mnstatefair.org. On there, you'll see on the home page a tab marked General Information, and that includes information on how to get to the fair and various ways to get there. We encourage people to take park and ride or the express buses or even biking to the fair. Some important things to remember is remember your ticket. If you have a special State Fair t-shirt that you're planning to wear for your area that you're volunteering in, have your t-shirt, bring a water bottle along, and bring a lunch or bring money along to buy food. The Eco Experience is located in the northeast corner of the fairgrounds. It's at the intersection of Randall Avenue and Cosgrove, and it's about 3 blocks north of the main entrance to the fairgrounds that enters off of Snelling Avenue. If you take Park and Ride, you'll get dropped off over here at the Transit Hub. And you can enter the fairgrounds through gate 16 and then walk throughout the fairgrounds to the Eco Experience building, which will take quite a bit of time, especially on a busy day. Another option is to cut across this parking lot to Randall Avenue, and you can walk along Randall Avenue and enter the fairgrounds through gate 18. And then you just have a couple of blocks to walk through the fair to get to the Eco Experience buildings, and this route is much less crowded. I will be making a note, however, in a couple slides about how gate 18 is the location of the milk run on a Sunday, October 27th, so you want to avoid gate 18 on that morning. Whatever you do, however you get to the fair, make sure that you allow plenty of time, allow at least an extra hour to account for traffic, parking. Sometimes the park and ride parking places are full and you may have to drive to a different one, so you have to make allowances for all those things. Please arrive at the Eco Experience at least 15 minutes before your shift starts so that you're able to check in with the person who was working before you, get any updates on what's happening at the fair. If you are running more than 5 minutes late, we ask you to call the information booth there in the building and identify yourself and identify what area you're staffing. So for instance, if you're volunteering for windustry, you would say, I'm staffing windustry. Then we can let them know that you're running late. Some of the things to be aware of at the fair is that every day there is a parade that starts at 2 p.m. and runs throughout the fair, and it also goes past the Eco Experience building. So if you're starting a shift at, like, say, 2 p.m. or 3 p.m., you're going to run into traffic of people lined up watching the fair, watching the parade, also having a hard time crossing the street in some places. And here's the information about the milk run that I mentioned. It is on Sunday, August 27th. It starts at 7:45 a.m. in front of gate 18, and it also ends there. And there are 1,500 people who participate in this race. So that area is quite congested on Sunday morning, August 27th. Here's a layout of the Eco Experience building. We kind of try to change the layout a little bit every year so that when people enter the building, it does look somewhat different. And some things to be aware of is that if you work a morning shift, you want to make sure that you enter the building on the north side of the building through, there's a large garage door here. The other buildings are locked and they do not open until right at 9 a.m. So we want you to arrive early, so walk around to the north side of the building and enter through this garage door. Then come to the information booth to sign in. Not all areas have you sign in at the information booth, so if, for instance, healthy local foods people do not need to sign in at the information booth, you would go and sign in at your healthy local foods area. So follow the instructions provided by your leaders for where you need to sign in, where you need to report to initially at the building. The restrooms and the drinking fountains are over along the east side of the building, and there is a water bottle filling station at that drinking fountain. There are small lockers that are in the northeast corner of the building. Behind, we'll have a curtained off area here where we have storage, and there are small lockers here. So if you do bring a purse and you want to put it in a locker, you can do that. You do also need to bring your own lock. There will also be peace coffee that will be there in the mornings. We ask that as building volunteers, you don't stand in the line for the peace coffee samples. Those samples are for the visitors at the fair. There will also be snacks and a refrigerator in that area. Those snacks are for the MPCA staff. So please be respectful of that. Your leader may have snacks for you set aside in your specific volunteer area, or maybe in some other spot behind our curtain here near our MPCA break area. So check with your group leader about that. This is what the information booth looks like, and as I mentioned, it's right inside the main entrance to the building. When you're working at the fair, it can be hot and tiring. We do have fans in the building that try to help circulate air, but on hot days, it can get quite warm in there. So make sure that you take care of yourself, that you drink plenty of water, sit down when you have a break, tell someone if you're not feeling well. And there are also chairs and fatigue mats that are available. If there's not one already in your area, ask the MPCA building manager stationed at the information booth to help you find a chair or a fatigue mat to help make it more comfortable standing or sitting at your area. And first aid kits there is a first aid kit located at our information booth, and then there also is a first aid station that is located just down the street from the Eco Experience. It's on the northwest corner of the 4-H building. I'd also like to point out at this time that when you're working at the fair, we really ask that you do not have your cell phone out with you while you're staffing your exhibit area. People will not feel like they can approach you. You're working there to engage visitors, to visit with people coming into the building, not to be on your cell phone. Climate Connection Bingo is returning to the Eco Experience. It was very popular last year. So wherever you're working, whatever exhibit you're working at, familiarize yourself with what the Climate Connection Bingo station is in your area, if there is one there, and be aware of how the game works. The information booth will be the main place to receive bingo cards, but there will be bingo cards at all of the stations so people can start playing bingo anywhere at any time. And the stations on the front lawn of the building will be noted on the bingo cards, and we'll also have maps throughout the building of where the different stations are. So staff at each area are asked to stay near the bingo station area so that when someone comes and wants to play bingo at your station, you instruct them on what activity they're to do, or ask them a question related to the station and related to Climate Bingo, and then dob their card. We want people to have a fun experience playing Climate Bingo, but if there aren't people staffing the different stations, the visitors can get frustrated. These are the attractor globes that will be located right in the vicinity of each station. And on each globe, there's a little icon that matches the icon on the bingo card for that specific station. This year, we're going to make that icon fill up this entire section of the triangle, so it will be much more apparent as to what station the bingo card spot is associated with. And here's our prize for Climate Bingo. It is a buff, and it will have a unique design that someone at the MPCA is going to design for us. People of all ages can play. Of course, we will have limited quantities available, and we hope we never run out for any of the shifts, but if we are running low, someone from the information booth will come around and tell you that we're running low so that you may want to promote playing Climate Bingo less, or just let people know that they certainly can still play, but that we've run out of the prize of the buffs, or may run out. That's all I have for the introduction of working at the Eco Experience. We really do appreciate your help. It's the people who volunteer to work at our building that really make it an experiential event for our visitors, and we appreciate that very much.